This podcast is part of Another Happy Studios,
the home of podcasts with passion.
Hello and welcome once again to Talking Pictures Podcast. I'm your host David and joined with me as always my co-host Brian. Brian, how are you today?
Man, we're on a real fucking roll with our 3-week spin of horror films.
We did it last year. We did a triple bill of horror, and then this year we decided, you know what, let's spread it out a little bit. Let's do 3 weeks of horror. But we're in a good position where 3 great horror films have come out in quick succession of each other.
Technically, Together came out a few weeks prior to us, but we got a later Irish release date.
But that was the case with Get Her Back as well, I think.
Yeah, very much so.
That's just the case with kind of UK and Irish releases. They tend to be a couple of months after the American release.
Yeah, yes, we get a 3-week period of having Bring Her Back, Weapons, and now Together.
So, before we talk about Together, we normally... introduce people to the show. Welcome to Talking Pictures Podcast, the show where we talk about films and TV shows and all that kind of good stuff. We've new episodes every single Wednesday, as well as bonus episodes every other weekend. Brian, you normally do a trailer of the week for us. Have you got a trailer of the week?
I do.
Go on, hit me with it.
Season 2 of Fallout.
Season 2 of Fallout, yes. I think that it was a great trailer. I'm excited for it, and I look forward to watching Season 1. You?
So you did watch Season 2 trailer?
Yeah.
But you did not watch Season 1?
I didn't think that the trailer was going to have any real plot elements to it.
It had significant imagery.
Yeah, but I'll forget it by the time I come around to watching it. I didn't feel as though watching it I felt spoiled on anything.
So from what you've seen in the trailer, what do you remember that stood out to you or looked appealing to you or even just looked remotely interesting?
Ella Purnell.
She's great, isn't she?
Yeah. I've not seen her in much, but I like what I've seen.
I've seen a good bit of her now.
I've heard her. She's a fantastic voice actress.
She is Jinx. She's not voicing Jinx. She is Jinx.
What else has she been in?
Awesome character. She has a significant role in Yellow Jackets, a show you've not seen.
Not seen it yet, no.
She was Dave Bautista's daughter in Army of the Dead.
Not seen it.
Really?
No.
She had her own Sweet Pea show, a UK series.
Not seen it.
Hey man, she's in Fallout.
So it's likely then that the only thing I've experienced her in is hearing her in Arcane and seeing her in Fallout stills, and I like everything I've seen so far. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous gal.
But you haven't even mentioned the best character from Fallout.
The Walton Goggins character?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the two of them having a great old time. I assume that in the first season those two characters aren't together, and now this season they are together.
Anything else from the trailer stood out?
No. Oh, Las Vegas? Maybe they're going to New Vegas? See, that's the thing. I'm not a Fallout player. I've never played Fallout.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
The show alone has captured... No, Walton Goggins alone has made me look forward to the show and then, therefore, the IP. Mm-hmm. But it's just overall great. And in the hands of Jonathan Nolan, glad to see it.
Yeah.
I have more hope to follow this mainstream series as the next pillar of Prime Video.
Yeah, I'm delighted for Fallout fans. And that's me speaking as a Halo fan.
Okay, come on, okay.
No, I'm glad that they get a good adaptation of their video game.
Stay tuned for Fallout. It's in December. We won't probably be talking about it maybe down the line when the show concludes. Maybe we can have a good run at it. But what are we here to talk about?
We're here today to talk about Together, which is our third horror film in a row now. This is a new film by Matt Shanks, and it is starring real-life couple Dave Franco and Alison Brie as two late 20, early 30 somethings that are in a relationship that decide to move out to the country, and crazy stuff happens. So what could happen next? What do you think about going into Together?
So the initial teaser I saw didn't exactly give away what it was about. It implied it. And in one of the earlier teasers, it was a very small teaser. Like, one of the jump scares was opening the door and the creepy old woman lying in the bed was staring back at you. I remember that. But it was at the end of that little teaser where you see the two eyelids
slowly
merging,
yeah.
So that seemed to, like, imply to me this is what the movie's really about, but we're slowly taking baby steps into informing you that via the marketing campaign. And then I kind of just assumed going forward that's what it was, so therefore I did not watch the trailers going forward. I only heard them out. And that song from the Turtles, Happy Together, it's a great use of the song scored into the trailer to imply, and it fit well thematically, of the gusts of the movie. And I like that with horror movies today, where they get a classic song or a popular modern song and retool it musically and score it with a different instrumental style to cater to a more sinister or horrific or thrilling tone.
Recontextualize the whole thing.
Yeah, and so, you know, if you listen to the Happy Together song from the Together movie, it's not really the same version as it traditionally is, but I like that these days. Like, I think Jordan Peele's Us had that. I got 5 on it. That's another one, and there's many others I'll not get into.
Yeah.
But I never watched the marketing, really. I knew starred Dave and Alison. I knew they were married. I'm glad to see that they're there as a in-movie couple. And I accepted it immediately because these things can happen. That a little indie horror film that we did not know of coming into this year was going to take the cinema by storm. It started off with 100% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think people kind of, they don't quite realise exactly what the Rotten Tomatoes, like, the score means. 100% just means that 100% of the critics that reviewed it gave it a positive score.
Yeah. And
so they didn't all give it 5 out of 5. Just 100% of them gave it a more positive than a negative.
But it still
score.
climbs that ladder.
It's still, yeah, but I think that's something that is misinterpreted.
So you think so you're saying that any other movie that has 100%, that implies it the number signifies it to be more well regarded than it actually realistically is.
Okay, let me put it to you this way. Let's pick a movie that we talked about yesterday. Novocaine. Do you remember Novocaine?
I remember
Came
Novocaine.
out this year.
Yeah.
Would you say you liked that movie? Would you say that you liked it more than you disliked it?
Liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. So out of the two of us, it's got a 100% on the talking picture scale. It's like, but I wouldn't. It's not a 5 out of 5. It's just that the two of us have said yes, we liked it. I personally probably would give it a 3 out of 5, but based on the fact that both of us have said it positively, technically it's a 100%. That's what I mean.
See, that's why you're the brains of this operation.
Yeah. I remember seeing the initial trailer for this in the cinema. I was with my dad, and he turned to me after and he goes, "I'm excited to see that. That's my kind of movie. Let's definitely see that." And then we...
Surprised to hear that.
Yeah, that's actually something I wanted to ask you about as well, if you're into kind of body horror, because
Nope.
I don't think you are. Yeah. But
I didn't. I hesitantly watched The Fly.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned it's one of your favourite horror films or something along those lines, or remakes, something like that. You put the idea in my head, you inceptioned me. And so I watched it knowing I would be looking at it from a distance. And I'll probably never watch it again.
So he said, yeah, he was excited for it. And then we got a chance to actually see it as a secret screening with Odeon. So we actually saw it, I think it was maybe 3 weeks. Like, it only came out there on Friday, was it? Or Friday before?
Together came out in Ireland 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
In Ireland, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I've seen it probably about four or 5 weeks ago then, because I saw it a couple of weeks early. But I remember it coming on, and because obviously it's a secret screening, we didn't know what was going to play, and but the two of us were hoping that it was going to be Together the whole time. So when it came up that it was this, I was like, yes, okay, deadly. I was really excited for it. And not that I like body horror, but body horror doesn't bother me at all in the same way that it would for you. Like, I don't think did you watch The Substance, or did you?
I will never watch The Substance
because it's body horror.
Pretty much, yeah. But I knew. Put it this way, David. I did not get popcorn when I watched Together. And Together has a certain body horror that's not really grotesque as I guess it was in... Well, to compare it to something like Bring Her Back. Body horror in Bring Her Back was graphic. And it was bloody grotesque. But Together was great CGI grotesque. I've never seen CGI done like this before. I might have in maybe one scene once upon a time, but I really can't remember. I can't pinpoint what it might have been. But well done to the visual effects team. This is done very well for a movie of this scale. And I really feel like that Dave Franco, Alison Brie, and the director Michael Shanks is his name.
Oh, Michael Shanks, my apologies.
I feel like they're the pillars behind this film. And after watching this movie, I think I'll have one every year where I watch a new movie and I'll think, can you direct a new version of The Thing? Can you just do a new The Thing movie, remake or sequel?
You get a little bit, I suppose. I can see where you're coming from with that, because the movie does start with us getting kind of two dogs that have amalgamated into a...
I already hate that.
Yeah, and that's obviously a big feature of the Thing. Yeah, the dog is what brings the Thing in. Or, well, the dog is the Thing.
But last year was Alien Romulus, and I thought, can that director do...
Fede Alvarez,
Can he do The Thing? I'm sure you'd like him to do that. And now this year, it's Michael Shanks.
Okay.
Yeah, can he do The Thing? I think I'll have someone next year.
You want a new Thing?
I just want a new movie of The Thing, and I just really would like that. And yeah, great lore for this film. I guess
I think it's similar lore to get to Bring Her Back, where it's like not a deep lore, but it's all very self-contained within the story itself.
And you're not handheld with it.
No,
you're not spoon-fed with it.
No,
you learn as you progress into the movie.
You learn as both Alison Brie and Dave Franco learn it.
Yeah,
we're very much in line with them. Like, we're not privy to information in the same way with I keep thinking Get Back, the Beatles documentary, with Bring Her Back, because we have Sally Hawkins' character there and she's in the know, and our two main characters come in and they are the ones not in the know. We get it from both perspectives there, whereas in this film it's all from our two protagonists' perspectives. So everything that they learn is when we learn it at the same time. Well,
while we're on the top of the lore, apparently it's... I'm going on based on the movie telling me that in Greek mythology there was a god that, I don't know, toyed with the idea, fucking fetish or something, that two lovers merge into one. Your other half in your life, when you find them, you come together. And I've never learned of anything like that before.
I've never heard of it either, no.
And I guess I'll assume that exists. I'll probably look it up when I'm bored one day, but I like seeing new lore, or lore that has never been explored before in film or TV or any form of media, and here it is being explored here in a more simple term. Like, let's say another example would be the Bermuda Triangle. You know what that is?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's been in a few things. It was even in the latest Pirates of the Caribbean film.
Yeah. I felt as though as a kid there were two things that I was going to have to deal with. One of those being the Bermuda Triangle. I was like, I hope I don't get lost in there. And the other one is quicksand.
Just general quicksand?
I thought I would have to deal with quicksand a lot more often than, I deal with it now on a daily basis. Yeah. That currently, zero.
Yeah.
Never experienced it.
But it was good. I like how it was done here, and it couldn't have happened to a better film. I really like this film. The idea of two people merging into one, like, how could that look? And I refer back to the visual effects team and Alison Brie and Dave Franco coming together to do it. And I even furthermore, I liked the subtle and yet not so subtle metaphorical themes of the plot, in that the body horror plot, in that the two people merge together, and that's the crux of the film. But that it's surrounded by a couple who are having relationship problems, and the idea whether or not they should remain together or split. Like, that was mentioned twice when they were in bed before the big move, and she asks him, do you want to split? It's better that we split now because it'll be harder later. That is pretty much said verbatim next time when their arms are merged together, and that he's trying to say maybe we shouldn't do this, and she's saying yes, we should do this, because if we don't split now it will be harder later. And that's just one example of
very clever writing.
It is very clever writing
to say one line and have it mean. There are many times where a line will be said and it's said exactly the same, but now it means something completely different.
Yeah. I just like that. I thought that was done very well here.
It was. It's quite clever. I like the fact that even though it is a body horror film, there are a lot of scary elements to it beyond the body horror. Like, I think that the way that, like, there's a few times in this where the sound design and the actual visuals, like, other than the body horror stuff, was very, very scary. I'm talking specifically when Dave Franco's character is consistently having nightmares, and he has the nightmare about seeing his mom in the bed. And when he lifts up the cover, like, she's at the, like, it's like the Willy Wonka bed, you know, with all the grandparents sleeping top and tail. And his parents are at the far end of the room in the same bed as him. And he tries to lift up the covers to hide himself. And then as he lifts it up, she is under the covers there and is right in your face. I just knew straight away. I was like, okay, we're in for some good scares here.
It's almost as if we have not been privy to a kind of jump scare like that before. A very well executed scare.
It was reminiscent of how Smile 2 does some of its jump scares as well, where it's not relying on audio, it's not relying on the jump scare.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's an actual scary moment.
It kind of invites you in where the scare is going to come up. Let's say in front of you. But it's executed in a way where the scare comes up behind you.
Yeah.
And normally you tend to be aware that it's coming up from behind you. Because you're zoned in on so much on what's in front of you, you forget to look behind you.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. All right, yeah. And then another one was the kind of sound design of when Dave Franco's character, when he wakes up in the cave, kind of after they've had a few, they've drank the water from the cave.
Yes.
And he wakes up and the cave is kind of pulsating and it's moving, and the sound design of it all, and it's just him breathing.
Yeah.
But it's echoed kind of throughout this cave.
That reminded me of Wolfman with the spider.
Yeah.
Remember the spider, and your man was walking around.
Oh, that he could hear it, yeah, and he was trying to find it, and it just was like the lightest of touches on the wall.
Yeah.
But it was as loud as...
He could hear it as like loud cluttering, thudding, you know?
And I think...
And then even he wakes up, and he looks to his wife, and she's like making this repeated gagging sound, as if she's having a fit. And then in comes another jump scare. So yeah, you're right. There were a few scares. I actually forgot about the cave breathing like that.
And I think what it does well is once we realise kind of what's going on, some of the scariness is also... I don't know if it's... I wouldn't say it's funny.
Oh man, it goes straight into comical.
There are some comedic elements to it. I think
Yeah.
that comedy and horror go hand in hand, because there are often times where people who are scared will laugh.
Yeah.
And it's not like they intend to laugh or anything like that. Like, if I can give an example, the end of Weapons there. Like, when... That's like a scary moment, but it's very comical when the hag is being chased.
I don't know if this can contribute to what you're saying, and what happened in Weapons in that scene is exactly how I felt to multiple scenes in this movie where we know something bad is happening.
Yeah.
I have a big smiling grin on my face.
Yeah. And for me, that was when Dave Franco's character arrives at the school for the two of them to have sex, and they haven't figured out exactly what's going on yet. Like, technically nothing is wrong or anything like that,
Yeah.
but we know, they're starting to merge together. As soon as they start having sex, we all know as
We
an
knew
audience
what was going to happen.
you are getting stuck in there, my friend. And it's just like, it's
Because
a scary moment for anyone that's like ever had sex, where that's a possibility, but like, it's scary because you know exactly what's going to happen considering the context of this movie, but also kind of hilarious, where it's like that it's just such a ridiculous situation, and also where they are, you know, the fact that they're in her primary school surrounded possibly with kids. They could be walking in at any moment.
yeah, like I said, it does get into very comical elements, but I like that that's contributing to their growth in rebuilding their relationship as a couple.
Because they are, like, from the outset, they are, like, they've been together for so long, but it kind of feels like Dave Franco doesn't, like, not that he doesn't want to be there, but he's, like, nearly tired of the relationship.
They've both become complacent.
Yeah.
She's trying to progress herself. She's a teacher, whereas he's still in the creative industry. He's a musician.
Kind of half in, half out. Like, even when he's looking at the albums and stuff like that at the very first scene, and she comes in and is talking to him, and she says, "Oh, everyone thinks we're really cute because we're matching because they're both wearing like the same color jacket and jeans."
Yeah.
And she leaves, and the next shot is him coming out. He's changed the jacket. Like, he doesn't want to be like nearly associated with his girlfriend. He doesn't want people thinking that they're matching or anything like that. It's a very strange thing for someone that's supposedly in a happy relationship.
Yeah,
you know?
well, he was kind of like that throughout. Or even furthermore, remember when they both fell into the ground?
He doesn't check to see if she's all right.
Yeah, like she says, "I'm okay, by the way," and then he feels like a dick, and rightly so. We think he is a dick, and I feel like a dick because I didn't think about asking her, or I didn't think about him asking her, because I'm just waiting for the plot to thicken to cross the threshold, which was when they drunk the water. But we all know that because we've seen the movie. But I thought that he couldn't get it up. He was struggling. He couldn't get it up,
and it was mostly, it seems, because of the trauma he's experienced with his parents passing.
Yeah,
that seems to be the root cause of it.
But that's also another piece of ammunition going against their relationship and why their relationship is crumbling. But because of him drinking the water, his body has become physically obsessed and addicted to get with the one person he loves, that his body knows that he loves, because that's the lore. And
I would not challenge you on that, but I think that rather than the fact that who his body loves, is it maybe that they are actually the perfect match for each other, because later on in the film we find the two hikers who have also merged. But did they unwillingly merge? Did they not? Or were they maybe not the perfect match?
Okay.
Like, that's the question. Like, they did merge, but is it that they weren't the perfect match for each other?
It seemed to be,
or was it an unwilling match? Because by the end of the film, obviously spoilers for if you wanted to wait to hear the end, but
we've seen the movie.
We've seen the movie. At the end, they do embrace the merge and they come together and they are this new person altogether. Yeah. Whereas down in the cave later on, when Dave Franco goes back there, he finds the hikers in this one body that is a monster, essentially, of these two people. And it's why are they like that, and why aren't our two main characters like that?
I think it's exactly what you said. Alison Brie and Dave Franco embraced it. They accepted it.
Okay.
They did what we thought as an audience what they shouldn't do. And because we automatically think that how can they stop this? How can they prevent it? How do
they win? How do they get out of this situation?
How do they win? They win by doing what the bad guy tells them to do.
Yeah, I think it is down to embracing it as well. I did think that.
Well, it's only because they've drunk the water. There's no going back. And even he gave her the glass of water in his house. The bad guy, or the antagonist, whatever you want to call him. Desmond Harrington is his name.
Yeah, he's popped up a lot now recently. Where else did I see him? I saw him in Bike Riders.
He was in Bike Riders.
But he also something else very recently.
I know him from Justified, a Timothy Oliphant and a Walton Goggins show. You seen him in Better Man. He was their manager.
Yes, that's where I'm thinking of him from.
He was in Once Upon a Time Hollywood. He was Manson. He also played Manson in Mindhunter as well. So he has popped up in quite a bit. He's a good Aussie actor. And as soon as I saw him pop up in the cafeteria in the school, I'm like, bad guy.
Do you think? I didn't think that there was a bad guy at all. I thought it was one of those. It was going to be one of these stories about a kind of a natural force, rather than it being any one person behind it or anything like that.
Well,
just like a supernatural element that they've come across.
Well, it's like he steps in to give Alison Brie a tea bag or a mug or something like that, because the bat lady was stern, who took my tea bag, but in comes him to the rescue, because he's greeting a new teacher into this new workspace, and he's very welcoming and inviting. And yeah, I just thought it was natural. I also did think, he's going to be the one person in this movie we're going to see die as a result of some form of the consequences of this lore. You know, he was going to be our red shirt that we're going to lavish in, because there's not many characters in this movie. You know,
I was curious to go back and rewatch it, to look at some of the photos of him in the house,
him and his partner.
Yeah,
because I thought this too, right? So when Alison Brie and Dave Franco were talking about where they fell into. They saw a bell, and so this guy in the movie, he is his name is Jamie, right? And Jamie, off the cuff, just mentioned, I think they were just some sort of hippie cult, but they seem to have moved on because the church they had their religion in collapsed into the ground. So I thought, okay, culties, maybe it was a cult. So I thought he's definitely part of it, and I thought that he was obviously going to be part of it. He was in it, and when she rang his doorbell, it was the same bell model as with the same symbol on it as the one that's in the ground. And when I was looking at the pictures, I was thinking, okay, so there's something fishy up with this guy. And I thought that Jamie was the partner with the glasses, because Jamie wears glasses, and his other partner who was taller, that must have been his partner, right? Who's not there. So did he kill him? Did he use him as a test subject for the lore? And how I took it was that we saw that the tapes. He merged.
Oh yeah, that's the Jamie is the two of them now.
Yes,
that is the two people in the one body.
I thought Jamie was the one guy in the one photo because they seemed to look like him.
Well, I wanted to go back and watch it because initially when you look at them, you just he doesn't exactly look like him. But I put it in my head that it's a younger photo.
It's younger.
They're younger.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go back and rewatch it to see, are they two different actors? And the actor, what's his name?
Desmond Harrington.
Yeah. Is he kind of an amalgamation of the two of them? Like it's neither, he's actually not in the pictures at all.
I thought he was one. But then again, maybe they are two different. I thought he was one of the actors because I thought you could pull them off quite well. But I thought he was just, the scientist of it all, using our protagonist as test subjects. But no, he was in the religion. He volunteered to go for it. He drank the water with his partner, and they merged. And he is a whole new person altogether. But it's interesting to see evidence of what this is like, because we don't really get it with our protagonists. We only see the end scene of that.
Yeah.
But we see living proof through Jamie.
And because he's done it because they believe that it's the closest you can ever feel to someone. It's euphoric. Like it's
it's a whole another feeling altogether, and it's still something I would never do.
Personally, no.
Yeah, it's not something I would want to do, because where does the line stand from how much of you remains?
Yeah. Are you just an amalgamation of the two people, or is one person in charge, or how does it work? How
much is that of that is you? And it works better for him because he's gay. Just there's two guys.
Yeah.
Still different for a man and a woman who merge together. How does that come to be? Obviously, we've seen the end result, but it's a whole other thing altogether. And there was even a bit where she ran away from him. He sliced her wrist. She ran off. I think she hit him over the head with something. And then it seems like his voice sort of distorted a bit.
Yeah,
and
the mask is slipping almost.
Yeah. And as if he was starting to become undone. Like almost as if another head was merging out of his own head. Okay,
I'd have to rewatch it.
It was done. It appeared in the background. It was blurry, and it was in darkness, and we never returned it again. Yeah. But by the end of it, Alison Brie and Dave Franco, when they merged, they had the bell at their front door. And so they were part of religion now. So
yeah, they've just kind of embraced it, yeah.
So does he come over for afternoon tea on a Sunday? Don't know. But at least it doesn't end too sinisterly for them.
Yeah, even though it is an ending where the two main characters lose, they still seem happy. Like, they've accepted it and okay, this is the way of life now.
We're on it now. Well, what did you make of that?
With the ending?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I was not happy with the fact that I did not predict that they would play two become one, because of the fact that they do call out a Spice he had got her a Spice Girls album earlier on in the film, and I should have clocked Spice Girls two become one. Like, it was just so obvious, and then obviously they danced to it. It's kind of an impossible situation where there was no. At no point throughout the film did we ever see any kind of glimpse of hope that they could get out of this situation, or like other than
him killing himself.
Because even if someone were to argue, it's like, well, they should just split up then, and they should just, move to other sides of the country.
No,
that wouldn't have worked, because we had the whole scene where they slept in different bedrooms, and their bodies fought to get together.
That was a great scene.
I thought that was brilliant.
That was the full force of us seeing what happens when you drink the water, when you're past the point of no return. He was like going through withdrawals.
Yeah.
The further away she was from him. Like, that was even a great scene with him in the shower, and he just lose consciousness, and she would drive, and every left and right turn she takes, he slams his body, slams left and right to follow her in the direction.
It's a great comment on
weaponized.
It's a great comment on codependency, like especially with the driving, because he couldn't go anywhere without the driving, and so as soon as she leaves in the car, he's there turning the body and moving along with it.
Yeah.
He's dependent on her driving, and now here he is attached to her driving as well.
I didn't realize that. That's actually good.
Yeah.
That's here, man.
I didn't make it up, man. I just watched the film.
Great screenwriting. But then again, he couldn't get on the train. He couldn't leave.
Yeah.
He even left his stuff there. He just had to get back to her. He had to be with her. He had to be together.
And it's not in any way a conscious thing, because there is the moment where there's blood on the table, and the blood is moving separately towards Dave Franco.
So glad you brought that up, because when I saw that, I said, I have to remember that for the podcast. Can't forget that, because I just love that little detail, because it's
a great detail where it happens not off screen, but just in the background of the scene. Like, they're having the argument, they're having the, he's trying to convince her that this is going on, and on the table, out of focus, the blood is moving, and I copped that. I'm like, it's moving there, like, we're going to cut back to it.
I did not realize it was moving while we were focused on something else in the background.
Yeah.
Because we did have a shot of the blood coming towards him at the end of the table.
And it
got 100%. What do you want from me?
It's a great scene as well of like, it's again comedic, where he's trying to convince her that this is happening, and she thinks he's crazy, but yet they end up, agreeing with each other. It's like, she's like, I don't think we should sleep in the same room. He's like, good, I agree.
Yeah.
They're saying the same thing, but different contexts entirely.
What did you make of that whole scene where
their bodies are moving to her? It's great. It's like,
he's in the know. He's kind of aware of it. He's already been to the doctor, and then she opens the door. This is her first time to fully believe this, and she's arched backwards, and she's all like the Grudge coming out. I believe that was Alison Brie. It looked like her. It didn't look like a stunt double.
It's a great comedic and scary moments, because like, his whole body is like, when you think about it in the context of shooting the scene, it's like Dave Franco is moving his body towards it, but yet he has to pretend as though the body is moving itself, even though he's walking there, being or dragged on the floor by his own body.
Especially when his whole body is on frame in the screen, because then there's no one off the screen like
pulling him along or something like that.
If he was from the knees up, you could just have a standby pull him, and he can just prevent it. But no, he has to do it himself.
But when that door opens and she's on the other side, and then she, like, because she's standing at first, and then she like bends backwards, and it's exactly like that, like the Grudge. It's like, this is creepy, this is scary, because it would have been very simple for the body, like Alison Brie's body, to just walk out of the room towards Dave Franco, but no, have to do it in the creepiest, weirdest way possible.
So he's being dragged down as if there's an invisible force doing it, like in paranormal activity.
Yeah.
And then when their two hands touched, it's like a sigh of relief was lifted off, and it's like they could breathe. And then crunch. Their bones and knuckles and hands just started coming together, and like,
we're not going to leave it just at touch. It's we're coming together.
And I wonder, did she drink the water at that point? I don't think she did, actually. No, she didn't. Did she? I can't remember.
She must have, if her body was moving.
Yeah. If you drink the water, it's your body going towards the other. If you both drink and consume the water, you're both coming together, and you're both trying to prevent that.
Do you think maybe it was from the fact that, like, they had sex? Like, maybe it's a possibility that, like, a transfer of something there.
No, I never would have thought that. I think I need proof to be told that. Like, the two dogs drunk the water, therefore two of them. The two guys, they drank the water, therefore my understanding. And I always thought that Dave Franco was always the one being drawn to her all the time. And I don't think just because they had sex, therefore she was automatically drawn. I felt...
There must have been something else, something that we're forgetting then.
From my memory, from what I can recall, when
she went over to your man's house.
Yeah, and when she left, that's when it was indicated that she is now being
part
put,
of it.
Yeah, she's not put under this trance, or she's infected.
It must have been, yeah. She must have had the tea, or he must have given it to her in some way.
No, he gave her water.
There you go, yeah.
He did give her a glass of water. And I like that, the temporary solution, but the most desired one, ready available, is the muscle relaxing pills.
Yeah. A good foreshadow that I didn't see coming at all.
No, I didn't realise it either. And even threw another joke in there where she says, "What's this called?" They call it this now. Because the doctor said that to him. Like, just throw a little joke in there on the name changing of the pills. And then...
We also get a scene of them trying to get as much of it in as possible. They start, like, snorting it and everything like that.
It'll work faster. And then it relaxes their muscles and it doesn't proceed. But they went unconscious. And so they're still attached. And that's when she woke up. And I think the most significant scene is when she has him taped to the chair, tied down, and she gets the power saw. And that was a great moment.
Another great foreshadow.
Yeah,
because we see him getting the...
Don't let me use this. But she uses it. And then we don't even get through the full scene of that, thank God. There'll be jump cut to them, the two of them sitting on the kitchen floor with the mess of it all, bandaged up and just eating.
Yeah.
And then the two pills left, and then...
Because we've just come off the scene, like a very high octane scene of the two of them, connected together. So we don't need that. We can just cut to...
Yeah.
Okay, we're out of this situation now, thankfully.
I think we got a lot of things sparingly in this movie. Because we're at the midway point. We're about to enter the third act. And, their plan was were the two of them supposed to leave together and then go to the hospital where he was...
I think they were looking to go into the city, like to go to an actual hospital. Because where they were is obviously a small town. They've moved out into the country, essentially.
She left her keys in Jamie's house.
Yeah, and she left them there the previous day.
Yeah, and so Dave Franco was going to go... He was supposed to stay there. Didn't do what he was told. He was going to run off the cave to find answers there, which was not bad of an idea, but that's when he saw them, the merged couple. That obviously...
He goes back to the cave and is looking for answers there.
Do you know what's fucking more scarier?
Go on.
Is the fact that thing was there when they
were first down there. Yeah, I did think of that as well. And when he initially is like confronted by it, it is a very scary moment. But even though it's a scary moment, essentially a monster of these two people that are half conjoined into this amalgamation. But they just want to... I guess they want to be put out of their misery. They want to die.
Fucking die. And I did leave the cinema thinking, I hope they put that thing out of its misery.
I hope, yeah. I hope they really went back.
They didn't just leave it there. How delighted would that thing have been? Another person, please get to it quick. That was probably very disturbing. I don't want to linger on it too long. But by the time they got back together, their bodies start being drawn to each other again. And
yeah, it's just a matter of time before are.
I like that he's holding on to the pole. She stops herself at the bench, but then her legs flick forward, and she's going towards him even more. And so he does what she did to him earlier. Got on their knees and
proposed
with their hands. We spend the rest of your life with me, and that was like him accepting her. But
I think the whole film is him failing to commit. He still thinks of himself as on the next big thing, like he's working in the creative industry, or he's kind of half on the edge of it, and he doesn't really want to settle down in the same way she does. Like, she's like, I've moved to this place, we have a house together, like it's us, get married.
Fucking lucky.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, she just wants to get married to him, have kids, and live the all-American dream, white picket fence life. And he doesn't want that. He still sees himself as, I can still be somebody. I could still be the rich and famous guy because his friends are musicians and I can, I can play with them, or I can do this, or like, I just need my one break. But it's not until the end of the movie does he kind of accept that, no, what I actually want is right in front of me, and this is where, I should have said yes, and I should have been 2 feet in. You should have jumped straight into it from the start of the movie.
I thought that in itself was going to stop the curse.
That him just finally committing, that it didn't need to go as far as
the merging.
Yeah,
I thought by him accepting her into her life was going to resolve it all. And
I think maybe it was him seeing the monster down there. That was what made him realize, oh no, this is going to happen. We need to accept it. And I think had he have not proposed, they would have ended up the monster. Well, because he hadn't fully accepted her in the same way she had accepted him.
Any sane person who feels pain would probably do the same thing, but I won't think that, because I feel like he only accepted her as opposed of the other alternative, which is just much worse. So I would like not to think that would be his reason. I think he.
Well, I do believe that he did want to marry her in the end, but it was him realizing. It was kind of, you got to kick up the arse essentially from seeing the monster. Like, I have to come to this conclusion.
Yeah, he was going to kill himself
because he was going to kill himself. Yeah, because it's either I accept her or I kill myself, and then she gets to go free. I have to let her go.
Yeah.
So it's either I have to commit, like they say at the start of the film, we should split now, or else it'll be a lot harder later on.
Yeah.
So it's that moment of, we either accept each other now, or like, we go 2 feet in with this now, or I kill myself, and it makes it a lot easier than trying to split later.
But she already had her wrist cut. Did you think she died?
Yeah, because there was I think
she did go unconscious.
Yeah, did it fade to black? And then it was back inside? Yeah, I think...
And it looked like he was carrying her body. I was like, what the fuck? This is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
But then...
I did think she had died, because there is the moment where he obviously is... He is telling her that he's going to kill himself.
Yeah.
And that would break the curse. So I did think that she died, and so that was the curse lifted. So even though he was the one that wanted to make the sacrifice...
Yeah.
She was the one that ultimately gave it.
But then he saved her, and he just grabbed her wrist, and kind of...
It's a clever fix.
Good. Yeah, it was a good way to stop it. And then they both accepted it, and then we get the scene.
Great scene again with the VFX, like you said earlier. Like it's done very, very well. We get two become one.
I think if you're doing a movie like this, you can't not do this.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what the consequences or what the conclusion was going to be. Let's say the movie was always destined to end with them not coming together, but the curse would be lifted, but they still accept each other in a relationship, like they still love each other. You still have to do this. You still have to
see... It's the promise of a movie, a body horror movie like this. You have to have some kind of big morphing. Yeah. Same way you get it with The Fly, same way you get it with The Substance. Like, you have to have something big like this.
Yeah, you can't tease it up like this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
No, you get it. And it's good that we got it. I just did not think they would fully commit to it to the point where we have the end result.
I thought we would get that, but not the final scene where they answer the door.
What did you think? Did you think the door was going to be answered? Did you thought we were going to see? Did you think that when the door opened, you just see the parent reaction, and then we as an audience would not see? Yeah,
that's what I thought. Yeah,
that would be a bit of a cop out. But then again, I could also accept it because then it's up to us to imagine what would it be like, and then
how do these parents now accept this new? Because it's not their daughter. You know, it's an amalgamation of two people.
Yeah,
and it's like, does that person then go like, oh, it's me? Whatever Alison Brie's character's name was, because she looks completely different. The
person opens the door and just says, hey, as if they've rehearsed it in their head how they're going to break the news to them. But
how do I explain this?
Yeah, they're probably just going to go, because they had food set up ready for them. But
yeah, like the very, very final scene of the parents pulling up seems to have happened a little bit later.
It was Sunday. It was the end of the week.
Yeah. So there's been some time between.
Not that much time.
No, but it's not like the parents walked in on them
merging.
just as they've merged.
Yeah.
They've had a bit of time to get used to this.
But I didn't know what the end result was going to be. You know?
No, me neither.
Good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think it was one that I'm glad I anticipated it. You know, it wasn't. I don't think it was initially on our like most anticipated list for either of us.
Not at all. Did you anticipate it?
Like as in from when I saw the trailer, I was like,
yeah.
oh yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. You know, and so because I'd seen the trailer once, every time it came on, then afterwards I'd close my eyes because I didn't want to be bombarded with seeing it too many times. You know, that kind of way. So I'm glad it lived up to good expectations.
Glad we got an on-screen couple of Alison and Dave.
I love both of them. I think that they're both very good. I think Dave Franco is a really underrated actor. I like a lot of the stuff he's been in, and I love Alison Brie. I've loved her since Community. Like, I think that she's great, and I'll always support her in everything she does.
Where do you think it goes from here? Even with the director. I'd be more curious to know what the director does next, because I think this is their first directorial effort.
Well, then I hope that this director continues within the horror genre.
Just like Zach Krager and
Yeah.
Filippo brothers.
But I hope that he doesn't go to a franchise. I hope he stays, maybe not even with independent films, but I want to see original films by this director.
Well, what about original films in franchises or IPs? Because that's what Zach Krager's doing. With
No,
Resident Evil.
I'm happy. I'm happy for some directors to just not be swallowed up by any kind of major studio or the franchise machine of having to put out these films that are made by committee rather than a director's vision. You know,
Nah, I want this guy to do The Thing.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
That's a franchise essentially.
Yeah.
I need him to do that. But you know, just because a director goes to a franchise doesn't mean that the story they're doing in that franchise is not original. You know, like that's I fully believe that's exactly what Zach Krager's doing. It's all original. It's just set in the world. Like, retool it a little. It's probably going to be its own movie regardless of the IP. Another thing I just wanted to mention in this movie that I thought was very good, it was the teasing up of Dave Franco becoming obsessed with Alison Brie. The hair.
Oh, when he wakes up and he's choking on it. Yeah.
She wakes up and
You're on my hair.
Yeah. This is the second time one of them wakes up in the bed and it's dark, and you know, he was having a dream where she was saying something to him and it was very sinister. I thought she was going to turn around and she was going to be some fucking form of monstrosity. She turns around and it's very blackened out, but you can see him doing something. She turns the lights on and his whole mouth is sealed around her hair and he's gagging on it, and his eyes are like, his pupils are like dilated.
Glazed over.
Yeah, but like they're like, it's almost as his pupils are going in opposite directions. He's like, oh no, he's on some sort of euphoric high on it, and it's like her waking up woke him up, but it still, there was the struggle with him separating. The hair was a great idea, you know, because when you're doing a movie like this with this like sub genre, I guess, not even body horror, a horror where two people merge together, there's not much you could do, but they did a lot. Like the two of their legs getting stuck together in the cave.
Yeah,
and
like initially they could put that down to
whatever,
a bit of dew or something like that. Like they've been sleeping in a cave all night. Like, you're right. There's very little that they can do before
the hands,
before it gets to be where the
obvious.
characters know, okay, we cannot be around each other.
Another bit was the lips getting stuck together.
Yeah,
you know, that's in the poster as well. But the hair was a great idea as well. And I suppose them having sex was a must. Yeah. You had to put that in there when you're doing a movie like this. So yeah, man, I really liked this movie. It was a good one. And nice that we had a good 3-week spell of one horror movie after another.
Yeah. And technically next week will also be a horror in a way, because we're going to be having another triple bill next week, but we're going to be doing a triple bill of comedy, I guess. We're doing some look back episodes, so the next 3 weeks we'll be doing the Cornetto trilogy. So we'll be doing Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. So look forward to those. But have you got a recommendation before we let these people go?
Yeah. Are you aware of the Dexter series?
I am aware of the Dexter series.
That's about it?
Yep.
Haven't watched it?
I have never had any desire to watch any of Dexter, whether that be the original run, the Resurrection run, the prequel series. I just was never interested in it at all.
This is the way Dexter ran for me. I thought I'd never watch it. I don't know why I looked up all the deaths and a lot of the spoilers. I don't know why. And then I ended up watching it. And knowing what happens didn't bother me. It actually made me be on the hunt for it. And so I watched Dexter. And I do remember a time in my life, most of it anyway, where I always wanted a revival. I wanted to know what happens next. Obviously he doesn't die because it's still ongoing, you know. But we got a revival in that of Dexter New Blood. And then we got a prequel, Original Sin. And then we got another sequel series with Resurrection. And Resurrection's good.
Okay.
So I'm just going to recommend that, Dexter, in its entirety. And you know that, unfortunately, they renewed Original Sin.
And they've cancelled it again.
Probably to focus on the Resurrection series. Okay. I can't say I feel gutted because I do know what happens. Because we've
Yeah, it's just, you know, the next season of Original Sin is Dexter. Like the original run.
Yeah.
You know, it's just you don't get the any more expansion in the early years, I guess.
They could have done a few more things with it. It was a nice overall thing. I'm just watching Dexter Resurrection now, and it's nice to see Dexter now in the modern era, and I'm happy for Michael C. Hall, because I feel like he's unfortunately been doing nothing but Dexter. But hey, I'm just happy to know that
I couldn't name anything else that he's been in.
He's in another serious show that he had 5 years on called 6 Feet Under.
Oh, I remember you recommended that, actually, yeah.
It was...
but that was before Dexter.
Yeah, it was before Dexter.
There's nothing... I can't think of anything with him in it after Dexter.
Yeah. You got a recommendation?
I will recommend Peacemaker Season 2. With this episode coming out this week, it'll be episode 2. So, it's the first season now, set completely within the DCU. So, it's interesting. We'll see where it goes from here. But Peacemaker, back at it.
I'm not going to get into it. We already had our back and forth about Peacemaker fitting into the DCU.
Yeah.
We're not talking about it. We've already had our bicker.
I'm not baiting you, man. I'm just recommending it.
It was a good show.
Yeah.
I do view Peacemaker as the Deadpool of the DC in film. Or, sorry, in live action.
Yeah.
I feel Peacemaker is the Deadpool equivalent to the DC when it comes to the live action. Obviously, in the comics, Deadpool's Deathstroke.
Well...
Aside from the fourth wall breaking, but...
No, there's not...
No?
Looks-wise, yeah, but not personality-wise, completely different.
Deathstroke has healing abilities.
No, he doesn't.
Does he not?
Nope.
Oh, wrong then. Well, yeah, because Peacemaker has a house orgy.
Well, I wasn't recommending it for that, but if you want to recommend it for that episode, then
Yeah, it was a great scene. But, like, I'm just saying, like, it's very raunchy to go to that when we just got off the Superman train.
Yeah.
You're not...
All by the same director.
Yeah. Literally, he directed the first episode. But it was good. It's good.
Yeah. Brian, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Talking Pictures. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to us on your favourite podcasting app of choice to never miss an episode. We have new episodes every single Wednesday, as well as bonus episodes every other weekend. If you haven't already, make sure that you have given us 5 stars on your podcasting app of choice. And if you can leave us a little review. Let us know what your favourite horror movie of this year is. Tell us what your favourite Peacemaker joke is. I don't know. Just tell us what it is. Leave a little review because it costs you nothing, gives us everything, and it helps people find the show. This podcast is brought to you by Another Happy Studios, so make sure to check out anotherhappystudios.com for the other podcasts in our network. Brian, any final words before we let these people go?
Yeah, there's another scene I really liked.
Yeah?
In Together.
Was it the scene where Alison Brie is at the door and he's shaking and going through the glass?
Because we know that it's her turn
Yeah.
to become physically obsessed, to be drawn to him. She's asleep, and her body lifts from the floor.
Floating.
She's floating against the door. I just like what the curse does to you.
Yeah.
It takes over your body. Because there's an obstacle blocking you, you're just going to go forward through it.
Yeah.
And the gravity holding you to the floor is not going to stop it. I just had a big smile on my face, even though it's something very bad that's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
Anyway, thanks, David.
Thanks, Brian.